There's been an update in the Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds versus Wayfarer Studios and Justin Baldoni.
Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds just shocked Hollywood with a bombshell court move that's anything but typical celebrity drama. This is a legal thriller unfolding in real time. The real twist? The judge's unexpected response is turning heads and sparking speculation. What's happening behind the scenes of this high-profile courtroom clash is more surprising than anyone imagined.
So I don't see anybody reporting on this. There's been an update in the Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds versus Wayfarer Studios and Justin Baldoni case. By the way, if you're not following this case and you are not in it, you can just keep scrolling. You don't have to leave a comment. You don't need to express yourself. Not everything on the internet needs to be for you. A lot of us are very invested. Okay, so interestingly enough, yesterday, Blake Lively's team filed essentially asking the judge for an extension to file their amendment. Okay, so just to slow that down for you, Blake Lively sued Wayfarer Studios. They then countersued them and were basically like, you guys are terrible. Here are the messages to prove it. And then Wayfarer Studios team essentially amended their complaint to include all of the stuff that us internet sleuths found about the New York Times, essentially showing that this article was a part of some larger scheme and that they had the data to prove it. So Blake Lively then said, when they showed up, well, we need time to now respond to their amendment. This New York Times amendment, some other things were added as well, but that was kind of the guts of it. And judge said, okay, that's fine. You need to file your amendment. Her time to file that was supposed to be Valentine's Day. So Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds are due to file their amended complaint, just amending the original, shouldn't take much time, on February 14th.
Hold on tight. Hollywood's golden couple just threw us a legal curveball. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds have officially shaken up Tinseltown with a jaw-dropping move in their ongoing legal battle against Wayfarer Studios. The bombshell? They've asked the court for more time to file their complaint. Yep, the stars who seem to have it all needed an extension, like students asking for an extra day on a term paper. But let's pause for a second. Why would two of Hollywood's most put-together A-listers suddenly be scrambling for more time in a case they initiated? It's like showing up late to your own party. Something doesn't add up. Let's rewind. When this drama first hit the headlines, it played out like a blockbuster. Blake and Ryan versus Wayfarer Studios had all the makings of a Hollywood epic. Power, prestige, and plenty of suspense. The public was hooked, and the gossip mills were running full throttle. But just when we thought the script was predictable, enter the twist. Wayfarer Studios hit back with a countersuit, flipping the script and placing Blake and Ryan on the defensive. Suddenly, this wasn't just a straightforward legal complaint. It became a full-fledged courtroom chess match. Now, instead of confidently marching forward, Blake and Ryan are asking the judge for more time, and here's the kicker. The judge only granted them a single day of extension. Just one. That's like asking for a week off and getting a longer lunch break. Why so stingy? And more importantly, what does that say about the judge's view of their request? This seemingly small legal delay has opened the door to a wave of speculation. Could this be more than a matter of missed deadlines? Could the couple be feeling the pressure behind closed doors? Is there a new, unseen twist, maybe even a piece of critical evidence, waiting to be revealed? Some insiders are whispering that this delay might not just be about paperwork. Word on the street is that there could be secret settlement talks happening behind the scenes. Hollywood's known for its high-gloss secrets, and when things go this quiet, it usually means something big is brewing. And let's talk about the silence. No one, not the couple, not Wayfarer Studios, not even their high-profile legal teams, is saying a word. It's like trying to get the recipe to your grandma's famous pie. Everyone knows it exists, but nobody's spilling. The lack of transparency only fuels the mystery. What exactly are they hiding? Here's another juicy layer. Sources close to the couple, take that how you will, suggest the delay might be linked to an upcoming project. Could Blake and Ryan be developing something behind the scenes that's stealing their attention from the legal battlefield? Or is this a well-timed distraction, a smokescreen designed to throw off the press and public? And let's not ignore the timing. Both Blake and Ryan have major projects rumored to be in development right now. Coincidence? In Hollywood, there's no such thing. Every step is calculated, every statement curated. which makes this court delay look a lot more like a strategic play than a clerical hiccup. Even more intriguing, rumblings suggest some of the couple's famous friends might be tied up in this legal drama. Imagine the shockwaves if more A-listers get pulled into the courtroom saga. This could spiral into a celebrity legal showdown unlike anything we've seen before. Still, it's important to remember, Blake and Ryan are seasoned players when it comes to public perception. From their playful social media jabs to their poised red carpet appearances, they've mastered the art of the narrative. Which begs the question, are they using this court request as part of a bigger PR strategy? Whatever the case, one thing is certain. This legal battle is far from over. What started as a simple lawsuit has morphed into a tangled web of court moves, mystery maneuvers, and possible backroom deals. The story is evolving with each new twist, and if Hollywood has taught us anything, it's that the final act is rarely what we expect.
Today, actually yesterday, February 10th, it's dated, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds went back to Judge Lehman and were like, actually, we can't make that date. We can't do February 14th. We need more time. We actually, for some reason, need to pull together some more things in order to enter in our final complaint before we get this onto the schedule. And so they were asking specifically for them to move the extension date to March 5th, 2025. So from the 14th to the 5th, they want basically like another 2 weeks on top of another week. And in my head, I'm going like, for what? They're also asking to also extend the deadline for the time to file any motion to dismiss to March 20th. And so they got this in, and, they write this like very, which I'll show on the show tomorrow, like respectfully, we're asking to amend, we need more time to amend. And like, I'm bringing this, I'm like, it feels like they're just buying themselves time. Like, what do you need time? You filed this lawsuit initially. You had the receipts, you got debunked. Why do you need much? If you're just telling the truth and you've got some smoking gun, drop it already. There's there's a compelling piece of this, by the way, where I'm not going to speak about it today. I'll wait for the show tomorrow. My life is crazy. 1 minute, I'm like Brigitte Macron. And then the next minute I'm on a live talking about Blake Live. I'm interested in everything. This is my problem in life. Anyways, for tomorrow, I'll get into what the theories are about why she's doing that. There was one TikToker who had his video removed because he was contacted and told essentially they're trying to lobby people to join a lawsuit so they can give the lawsuit some teeth. And I'm guessing that those people are saying, no way, Jose, I'm not getting involved in this mess because there's zero upside in getting involved right now. I mean, you would just have to be a person who just had a knack for pain. I don't know, like just like into it, like a masochist. I don't know. Why would you want to get involved in it? It's so messy and it's so ugly. Taylor Swift is trying to flee the country under umbrellas right now because she's getting dragged into this and she still needs to be deposed.
Just when you thought this Hollywood courtroom saga had peaked, Judge Lehman dropped a bombshell that took everyone by surprise. Remember how Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds asked for extra time in their legal battle with Wayfair Studios? Well, let's just say the judge's response was colder than a frozen smoothie on Valentine's Day. And get this, you'll never believe how many days he gave them. Let's set the scene. Judge Lehman sits at the bench, coffee in hand, staring down the latest dose of celebrity courtroom drama. On one side, Blake and Ryan's legal team, looking hopeful, maybe even a little desperate. On the other, Wayfair Studios attorneys, full of fire and ready to pounce. Wayfair's team wasn't playing nice. They came in with sharp words and even sharper arguments, making it crystal clear they weren't on board with any delays. Your Honor, they argued. This isn't new. Blake and Ryan have had plenty of time. They don't need another minute, let alone another day. Talk about throwing shade. It was like telling Hollywood royalty, asterisk, this ain't your red carpet, get moving. Asterisk, but here's where it gets juicy. Instead of roses and candlelight, this Valentine's Day served up legal briefs and high-stakes tension. While the rest of the world was enjoying heart-shaped chocolates, Blake and Ryan were in court, nervously awaiting their fate. Would Judge Lehman go easy on them? Or would he back Wayfair's push for a fast-track trial? Asterisk, asterisk, cue the drumroll. Asterisk, asterisk, Judge Lehman made his ruling, and it hit like a sledgehammer. He gave Blake and Ryan one single day. That's right. Just 24 hours. Not a week. Not a long weekend. One extra day. It was the judicial equivalent of getting socks for Christmas when you were hoping for a luxury watch. And it sent a clear message. No more stalling. Judge Lehman wasn't here to play games. This isn't just about paperwork. This decision says a lot about where the judge's head is at. By granting such a brief extension, Judge Lehman essentially told the couple, asterisk, nice try, but I'm not buying it. Let's keep this moving. Asterisk, it's a subtle but powerful way of saying, get your act together or get left behind. Legal insiders are already buzzing. Some say this could be a major shift in the case. Judge Lehman has made it clear, this courtroom won't turn into a Hollywood production. No endless delays. No PR stunts. Just hard facts, fast timelines, and real consequences. And apparently, this is very on brand for Judge Lehman. Legal experts note that he's built a reputation for no-nonsense rulings and keeping proceedings tight. He's the kind of judge who doesn't tolerate distractions. Think of him as the Fast and Furious of the courtroom. All speed, no fluff. And in his court, there's no time for detours. Wayfair Studios, meanwhile, has got to be feeling pretty smug right now. Their team walked in ready to shut down Blake and Ryan's request, and they came out with a small but clear win. The judge didn't give them everything they asked for, but he definitely sided with their sense of urgency. What does this all mean? It means Blake and Ryan on the clock, literally. They've got one more day to get their house in order and make their case count. The pressure's on, and the stakes just got higher. Whether they rise to the challenge or stumble under the spotlight remains to be seen. But one thing's for sure, this isn't your average celebrity court case. This is high drama, real consequences, and a judge who isn't here for the show. Stay tuned. This legal showdown is only heating up.
Is going back to this. So the judge came back with his decision, slapped him down. First, Wayfair said we don't want them to be able to extend. This is ridiculous. What are we waiting for? Let's get this party started. And so their lawyers came in and were like, they're dragging their feet here. There's no reason. There is no reason why they can't meet this deadline of February 14th in terms of filing their amended complaint. Like me, I don't know about you guys, but you're doing Valentine's Day. I'm staying in to read this amended complaint. I'm not going to any restaurant. I need to hear. I need to read what they are going to try to drop back to answer Justin Baldoni. I am sorry, I'm not going to be stuck at some restaurant having to pick between 3 options on Valentine's Day when I could be reading an amended complaint filed by Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. That seems fun to me. I hope my husband, who definitely does not think that sounds fun, is up for that because that's what we're going to be doing for Valentine's Day. Okay? So the judge gets both of their arguments. Wayfair's they don't need more time. Blake's I do, but I can't really tell you why. And other than Ryan says, the lawyers say I need time. Judge Lehman just came back, slaps him down. He's no. Okay, I'm going to give you more time. He does give them more time. He gives them one more day. Just love this guy. This is amazing. And his order, he writes it back. He's just you have not presented a valid argument for why you need this extension. Drop your arguments here. What are your arguments? You got a lot of time to think about this. You had all year. Judge Lehman didn't say this I'm saying this now, but he's look, you've had all year plotting to take down this guy. Okay, you've had time to consider this. Okay, even your BFF Taylor knows something's up because she's not saying anything about your alleged sexual harassment. She's hiding under umbrellas, getting on her plane, fleeing the Super Bowl after being booed. I don't believe you. Okay, Judge Lehman didn't say any of that, but he did say that he was only giving them a 1-day extension. So rather than it being due on February the 14th, which is a Friday, he's giving them the weekend to scramble if they need extra time. And he's saying their amendment is due on the 17th. So technically, I could go out for Valentine's Day. And you could go out too. I wanted you guys to know that because he's giving them a 1-day extension. I'm going to assume that they're going to take it until February 17th. But I will be watching. Obviously, I am on the case. I am now the security for the Baldoni team. That's not true either. I never met him and I don't know him, but I feel in my heart that we are cousins. He's just my annoying, very happy, peaceful cousin who's just way too nice. And he just needs to get a noogies. I'm just going to give him a noogies. If I ever meet Justin Baldoni, I'm going to give him a noogies.
Buckle up. This courtroom roller coaster just took a sharp, unexpected turn. Remember that New York Times article everyone's been whispering about? Turns out, it was just the tip of the iceberg. The real story, the one unfolding behind the scenes, could explain exactly why Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds are scrambling for more time in their lawsuit against Wayfair Studios. Let's rewind for a moment. After Wayfair Studios fired back with a surprise countersuit, things spiraled fast. The NYT piece didn't just stir the pot, it tossed gasoline on an already roaring fire. And now, rumors are swirling that Blake and Ryan's initial lawsuit might be just one piece of a much larger puzzle. So why would Hollywood's golden couple risk annoying the judge by asking for more time? That's where things get really interesting. Asterisk, asterisk, word on the street? Blake and Ryan are trying to build a team. Asterisk, asterisk, not just a legal team. Think more like the Hollywood version of the Avengers. Apparently, they've been reaching out to fellow A-listers, trying to get other celebrities to join their case against Wayfair Studios. Their strategy seems to be strength in numbers. If more big names get behind them, it might not look like a personal vendetta, but rather a broader industry issue. But here's the kicker. It's not working. Sources say their fellow stars are turning them down one by one. Hollywood's biggest names, who usually flock to Blake and Ryan for projects or press, suddenly want nothing to do with this legal fight. It's like the cool kids table just gave them the cold shoulder. And that's saying something in an industry built on relationships. And it doesn't stop there. A TikTok user recently claimed their video exposing Blake and Ryan's recruitment efforts was mysteriously taken down. Coincidence? Maybe. But if true, it paints a picture of a desperate campaign behind the scenes, one that someone doesn't want the public to see. What's really going on? It's starting to look like Blake and Ryan are scrambling for allies, for leverage, for any piece of evidence that could tip the scales in their favor. That might explain why they begged Judge Lehman for more time to prepare. But the judge wasn't buying a move that's become the talk of the legal world. Judge Lehman essentially told them, asterisk, enough's enough. Asterisk, he gave them just one extra day, not a week, not even a long weekend. Just 24 hours. A subtle but pointed message that the courtroom isn't going to bend for celebrity clout. Now here's where it gets even more intriguing. Remember those whispers about a Taylor Swift connection? Yep, her name is floating around this legal storm too. The details are still murky, but the speculation alone is enough to send the internet into a frenzy. If Taylor really is somehow involved, even tangentially, this case could go from tabloid fodder to full-blown media circus. What's the endgame? It could be that Blake and Ryan are trying to reframe the narrative, that their lawsuit isn't just about them, but about a bigger industry wrong. If they can rally others to their side, it might legitimize their claims. But if no one's willing to join, that could mean their case isn't as strong as they hoped, or that no one wants to be dragged into a messy, high-risk battle. In Hollywood, reputation is everything. No one wants to be associated with a losing fight, especially not one playing out in public. With only one extra day to make their next move, Blake and Ryan are now racing against the clock. Can they deliver a game-changing blow in 24 hours? Or is this just a glamorous delay before an inevitable defeat? Stay tuned. This courtroom drama isn't over yet, and the next twist could be the biggest one of all.
Anyways, that's the update. I will give you more on what is allegedly going on, allegedly in the background of what their strategy is of basically pleading with anybody to get involved with this case. I'll tell you where that tidbit is coming from. Also, as a major thing, this is not a joke. One of Ryan Reynolds' teachers growing up reached out to me and wrote to me some insane things about little Ryan Reynolds. Like, basically, he was always a little cray-cray. And he's got some behavioral issues. And I'm going to read that on the show tomorrow because that's just funsies. That feels like a hump day funsies vibe. Anyways, that is a summation. Judge has shot her down. We are going to be able to read Blake and Ryan's amendment to their lawsuit on the 17th, being the absolute latest. See you guys then.
Remember when Taylor Swift and Blake Lively were total friendship goals? Well, that picture-perfect bond might be cracking, and the timing couldn't be more dramatic. Asterisk, asterisk, Taylor's name is suddenly surfacing in Blake and Ryan Reynolds' headline-grabbing legal battle with Wayfair Studios, and not in a way fans expected. Let's rewind. For years, Blake and Taylor were inseparable. Instagram posts, cozy holiday pics, and red carpet moments. These two were as tight as it gets. But ever since Blake and Ryan stepped into this legal firestorm, Taylor's gone radio silent. No posts. No public support. No cryptic lyrics to decode. It's like she vanished from their universe, and fans are noticing. Instead of standing by her best friend, Taylor has been quieter than ever. so quiet that some are joking she's entered full-on celebrity witness protection. And the rumors? They're only heating things up. Word is, Taylor's been literally ducking under umbrellas to avoid paparazzi questions about the lawsuit. Yes, Taylor Swift, the same woman who commands stadiums, is reportedly dodging cameras like she's in a spy thriller. But here's where things go from awkward to potentially explosive. Insiders are whispering that Taylor might be pulled into the case as a witness. You read that right. There's speculation that Taylor Swift could be deposed, meaning she might have to testify under oath. If true, that's not just headline-worthy, that's earth-shaking. The big question is, why? Think about it. Taylor and Blake have been besties for years. They've spent holidays together, traveled, and shared a bond fans envy. It's not hard to imagine that Taylor might know things, private conversations, behind-the-scenes business dealings, maybe even early details about the lawsuit. Her knowledge could prove crucial in court, and yet her silence speaks volumes. It's like when your friend suddenly stops talking about their relationship. You just know something's going on. Taylor's absence from this drama isn't just a coincidence. It's a statement, whether intentional or not. Fans are wondering, is there a rift in the friendship? Or is Taylor trying to stay out of the mess and protect her own brand? It's worth noting that Taylor's been dealing with her own share of PR challenges lately. Remember that uncomfortable Super Bowl moment where she got booed? She might be laying low, not wanting to get caught up in someone else's legal mess. Still, ghosting her bestie during a crisis. That's a tough look. Even by Hollywood standards, of course, there's another angle to consider. Maybe Taylor's been advised to keep quiet. If there's even a possibility she'll be involved in the case, her legal team may be telling her, say nothing, do nothing, and definitely don't post about it. And let's face it, in Hollywood, silence can be strategy. Sometimes. Not saying anything says everything, but just when we thought this celebrity chess game couldn't get any more complicated, a surprise player steps onto the board. Ryan Reynolds passed. That's right. Someone from Ryan's childhood just came forward with claims that could explain why he's acting the way he is now. And no, it's not a former co-star or ex-colleague. It's one of his old teachers, according to this unexpected source. Young Ryan Reynolds was nothing like the witty, polished star we know today. In fact, the teacher described him as a bit of a troublemaker, hinting that the charming Deadpool actor may have had a wild streak in his early years. Think tantrums, boundary pushing, and behavior that raised eyebrows at first. It sounds like harmless nostalgia. But the twist? The teacher suggested that Ryan's childhood antics might actually connect to his current legal troubles. Now, that's a stretch, but in the world of public perception, every detail counts. We should pause here. These are decades-old memories, and let's be real, we've all had teachers who seem to exaggerate or hold grudges. And childhood behavior? Most of us are thankful there's no permanent record of our elementary school years. Still, it's an intriguing lens to look through. Ryan himself has spoken candidly about his struggles with anxiety and the pressures of fame. Could those childhood behaviors have been early signs of how he'd respond to stress later in life? Maybe. It adds a layer of humanity to the actor, painting him as more than just the slick, lovable guy cracking jokes on talk shows. But again, it's worth remembering, people change. The Ryan we know today is a devoted father, a successful businessman, and a generous philanthropist. Whether or not he was a handful in third grade doesn't define who he is now. Still, the timing of these resurfaced anecdotes raises questions. Could someone be trying to tarnish Ryan's image just as he and Blake fight this high-stakes battle in court? And speaking of that lawsuit, don't forget the real reason all this drama is unfolding. Blake and Ryan asked for more time to file an amended complaint. Just one extra day. That's not a typo. Judge Lehman granted them 24 hours. The message was clear, no more delays. Why the rush? Because the new deadline, February 17th, 2025, is when the couple must finally show their hand. That's when we might get real answers. What exactly is the lawsuit about? What evidence do they have? And could this finally confirm or deny Taylor Swift's alleged involvement in celebrity lawsuits? Delays are often signs of deeper issues. Maybe Blake and Ryan are gathering more evidence. Maybe they're renegotiating. Or maybe they're just trying to buy time while the media frenzy swirls. Whatever the reason, insiders say February 17th could be the most dramatic day yet in this already wild legal ride. Until then, fans and critics alike are watching closely, anxiously waiting to see if Taylor makes a move, if more people from Ryan's past come forward, or if the courtroom battle takes another sharp turn. Asterisk, asterisk, one thing's for sure, asterisk, asterisk, this isn't just a lawsuit. It's a full-blown celebrity thriller, blending legal drama, fractured friendships, and buried secrets, and we've only seen the opening act. So grab your popcorn. The real drama is just getting started.